nil, Chelsea nil, and Chelsea absolutely scrape a performance based on the second half, and the result absolutely stinks. Mauricio Pochettino literally needs to start getting better results. And the worrying thing is, I don't even think it's Pochettino's fault. Our forwards are experts at making any goalkeeper look world class. I promise you, tomorrow, go and apply to be the goalkeeper of Aston Villa next week. You will be the regular goalkeeper for weeks to come because you're going to look outstanding. They're going to hit everything at you. Bournemouth nil, Chelsea nil, chatting breeze. We're going to break it down. The good, the bad, and the downright ugly. And when I tell you the good is a stretch, I mean the good is a stretch. Pochettino does not deserve blame on today's performance. This has nothing to do with Pochettino. This is purely down to the players. The forwards stink. Certain players' egos stink. Certain players are entitled. Players are getting brought on and make instantly look like the worst player on the pitch. Let's break this down. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with bad. And today I am going to start with bad. Normally I'd say subscribe and hit the like button, but you know what? We don't have time for that. But if you just like the button, hit the like button now, alright? Just it is what it is. People are going to say we are unlucky, alright? That is going to be the rhetoric that follows us after this game. And you know what? I've got my notes here, right? And I'm going to talk about Conor Gallagher, first opportunity. Okay, we're going to say that's an unlucky one 4 minutes into the game. It hits his knee, deflects, goes over the bar. Conor Gallagher receives the ball on the edge of the area, does really well to open his body up, go into the space. Neto, outstanding save. Okay, Raheem Sterling chipped through in the first half. All of a sudden, take a shot, Raz. Take a shot. Raz drags it wide. I don't even know what he was trying to do in that situation. Then you start saying, okay, you know what? We're unlucky. Jackson hits the post. Then the second half starts. And the second half epitomizes what happens to this team when we're not winning. When we're not winning, panic incites. I'm telling you now, it's like an infection. It literally spreads amongst all of them. And in this case, a cross comes in, Jackson, ball hits him. It didn't even attempt to flick off him. Cole Palmer hits him. Absolutely great save from Neto. Drops down to Matson volley, block. And all of a sudden, people look outstanding. Every goalkeeper we play against looks phenomenal. And you start asking the question, are we just that bad in the forward area? Or are the goalkeepers that good? I'm telling you now, don't ask the question. I've got the answer for free of charge. We're that bad. The forward line stinks. We came close to scoring. Raheem Sterling off the crossbar. We scored a goal. It doesn't count because it's offside. Levi Colwill slightly offside. And what really epitomizes Chelsea's poor performance is the final third decision making. We have Levi Colwill in the final third running through, and it's like slide Mudryk through. But no, you have a centre back in an attacking midfield position. Doesn't work. Absolutely tries to pick the wrong pass out. Bad error. Gallagher pitches the ball forward. Decision making now. Give it to Jackson. Gives it behind him. Jackson has to take a touch. All in the second half. Rushed. Panicked. Doesn't know what they're doing. Raheem Sterling, after a certain period, hero ball, taking shots from miles away. Gusto taking shots from miles away. And this will continue. This will not get better. I'm telling you now. This is an infection that needs to be cured by only new additions of experience or game time. There's two solutions. You either buy better players in the final third, so you pray Nkunku comes back and he goes on that left wing. You sign a better number 9 than Jackson, who's experienced like a Vlahovic, who we were linked with, but we didn't get. Or you go and get a number 10 like a Joao Felix. Oh, surprise, we could have had Joao Felix. Opted not to. This manager said, no, Joao Felix doesn't track back. Well, guess what? You got Conor Gallagher there at this moment in time. He ain't doing much. He literally ain't doing much. And the execution in this team is beyond preposterous. This whole segment, this whole video can be on execution. And what was evident for me, right? Gallagher's lack of pass, pathetic. Jackson's hold-up play and link-up play today, pathetic. Mudryk, only signs of good stuff, gets taken off. Sterling, very good on the right-hand side, gets moved to the left-hand side, becomes invisible. Sterling had that guy in his back pocket. He had that guy on strings. The guy could not stay with him. He was about to rip his shirt off. He was hugging his back off. He literally was doing anything and everything to distract Sterling from playing football. Sterling was cooking him. We move Sterling to the left. Sterling's invisible for the rest of the game. And what another bad thing that happened in this game that really angered me, right? Because it was the lack of control in the game. And as the game went on, Bournemouth got more and more alive. And this is something that's been happening to Chelsea. The more the game goes on, the more the opposition becomes better. The more the opposition gets into the game. We start off like a house on fire, and then we just come down and go, you know what, let's play this a 50-50 game. Everyone's tense, everyone's timid, everyone is lethargic, everyone is playing like they're scared to try something, they're scared to execute properly, and it's infectious. Enzo, I hate talking about Enzo in a negative light, but today I'm going to have to talk about Enzo Fernandez. Guys, one thing you need to know about this channel, I am very, very objective when it comes to my favorite players. If you played badly, I will say you played badly. Enzo Fernandez looked leggy today. He looked like he did not want to be there, and he looks like a player that's demotivated. He looked like a player that's lackluster. He looks like a player that just goes, why am I even trying? He looks like a player that is absolutely sick and tired of life at Chelsea. Do not be surprised if Enzo wants to leave in the summer. I am telling you right now, because Enzo walked off so slowly when he got subbed off. But Enzo in the 10 is not working. Enzo might think he's a fantastic 10. Enzo might get in his head that he can play 10. Brother, you're not a 10. You're an 8. You are the guy next to the 6 that's going to make late runs or start attacks off. You do not need to be the 10. I don't understand why he thinks he's a 10. I'll tell you why he thinks he's a 10. Because we don't have a 10. We don't have someone connecting the play. If we had Carney Chukwuemeka, Enzo would be playing deeper back. If we had Joao Felix, Enzo would be playing deeper back. But you got Conor Gallagher. He doesn't trust him. He does not trust him. And Conor's performance today as well, whilst he had all the opportunities in the first half to run this game, he was not prolific enough. And it is again a repeated, it's like an infection. That's the only word I can say. All of them are infecting each other with bad performances. Sucks, absolutely sucks the life out of this team. Connor missing chances, Raheem missing chances, Jackson missing chances. How many chances do we have to miss? The ugly truth, don't like it, you won't like this. Ben Chilwell, in 15 minutes of coming on, was the worst player on the pitch. Ben Chilwell sucked all of the life out of his good performance, right? Because in the sense that performance, the goal was coming. We were attacking, Colwell was providing width, and substitutions once again killed the game. And this one has to be on Pochettino. The substitutions killed the game. You took off Mikhailo Mudryk, you brought on Cole Palmer, meaning you had to take the one and only Raheem Sterling from the right-hand side who was having a worldie to the left-hand side. You take Mudryk off, you bring Cole Palmer on, it doesn't work. You take Colwell off and you put Chilwell on, our passing got slacker, our passing got worse, our effort on the ball got even more. He just runs around like we owe him something. Big man, you're not good enough to run around like we owe you something. You're a pathetic excuse of a footballer. Like, he's not a footballer. He can't control the ball. He can't pass the ball. He can't shoot. He can't cross. He can't run. What the F are you doing on this pitch? What are you doing on this pitch? Consistently our worst player. He has me literally wanting him not to play ever again for Chelsea Football Club. I wish they terminate his contract. He is pathetic. People say we need experience. He's one of them that I would get rid of. I don't want his experience. He's a loser. He's a perennial loser. He won one Champions League with his team by luck. He absolutely had a purple patch in this Chelsea team. We could have had Luke Shaw in that team. We still would have won that Champions League. He's a pathetic excuse of experience. He's a pathetic excuse for a captain. I do not want Ben Chilwell in my team. I hate Ben Chilwell with a passion. Like, I don't like this footballer. The way he plays football makes me sick. Absolutely makes me sick on every single level. You start looking at the 12 injuries as well. How did we go away on international duty, come back with more injuries? Pochettino said we're getting better. Honestly, we don't have Broja, so we can't take Jackson off, evidently. We don't have Reece James, so we have to depend on Gusto to be attacking forward. And that doesn't work. Because then you either play Maatsen left back and Gusto, or you go and play Levi and James. Just do that. It's not that difficult. You literally have Carney out, you've got Caicedo out, you've got all the players that would make the difference. Hopefully would make the difference out. Nkunku cannot come back. Honestly, the longer Nkunku stays out, the more world-class he's becoming by the... I always said, Nkunku's a good player. I don't think he's world-class yet. I need to see a good... honestly, with each passing day, what I'm building Nkunku up in my head to be is not real. He can't be that good. Otherwise, he wouldn't be at Chelsea football. The heart goes fonder the longer you're away from something. And in this case, Nkunku, bro, I love you. Please hurry up and recover. Take my knee if you have to. Like, this is beyond pathetic. The good. And what's there to be good about today, right? Because there was some good performances. Disasi, Axel Disasi. You know what? I'm going to hold my hand. I was very critical of the signing. I didn't think it was a good signing. Today, Disasi played well. Disasi's passing, Disasi's ability to manhandle Dominic Solanke, keeping him in front of him. Solanke was quiet. Disasi matched him for strength. Disasi matched him for pace. Disasi matched him for physicality. Disasi was literally a proper centre-half. He battled well. He did his job. Limited him to a few chances, and you know what? Sometimes chances drop to strikers. It happens, right? You can't be perfect. He had a good game. Well done, Axel Disasi. Ogochukwu today was exactly what you want from a 6. Ogochukwu's job is not to create attacks, it's not to score goals, and it's not to dominate games. It's to break up play, give it. He did his job. He consistently broke up play. The only problem was Enzo was getting man-marked out of the game. Ogochukwu and Gallagher were asked to do things that they weren't comfortable to do. That's not Ogochukwu's problem. His job is not to run attacks. He did his job and he did it very well for his first start. 90 minutes, you would not have known this is his first start for Chelsea Football Club. That's how good he was in the Premier League today. Phenomenal. Then you start looking at Robert Sanchez. Man of the match for Chelsea. Man of the match. Robert Sanchez, phenomenal stop in the first half where everyone fell asleep. Quick free kick. Big, made himself massive, great stop. Second half, got a direct shot, great shot with his feet. Good passing, good collection of crosses, absolutely phenomenal today. Other than that, what am I going to say? Malo Gusto was good. The guy literally is one of the few good signings we made this summer, in the sense that compact, straight into a challenge, gives the ball, knows his limitations, doesn't take on players when he knows he can't take them on. He's just neat and tidy. You need to balance Gusto with an attacking left back. You need to play either Maatsen on that left-hand side, or you need to wait for Reece to come back. Because I'm telling you now, things are not going to get better if you do not play Mudryk, if you do not play Not. You need to get pace and ingenuity into this side. We need to get some creativity and some production in the final third. People keep saying Pochettino out. What is going to be good from getting Pochettino out? What happens if you get Pochettino? Guys, I am not in the mood. I am absolutely frustrated. I'm absolutely sweating because I am that enraged. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, let me know your thoughts. I feel sick. We've got 5 points after 5 games. 5 points after 5 games. In that game, we had Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, West Ham, Luton and Liverpool. We should be on at least 9. At least 9 points. Worst case scenario, 7. You have me on 5 points, scoring 5 goals in 5 games. You make me sick. Chelsea Football Club, sort yourself out, because you are out here ruining people's weekends. Ruining people's weekends.